What's good? This is Trey coming to you with this quick video. This is how to create sexual tension with a woman you've just met. All right. So first thing we have to assume is that the woman is attracted to you. When you approach a woman, you should already be assuming this no matter what. Um, because why would you assume anything else? Anything else is going to make you weaker in your communication, and you don't want to do that. So just assume that she's attracted to you no matter what, right? Some women are gonna be attracted to you, some are not. That's obvious. But your frame, your character, the role you are playing is that you are an attractive man, and every woman is attracted to you, and that's just your belief, right? Until she actually says no. Then if she says no, then all right, and then you move on. But until she says no, you assume she's attracted to you. All right. From that point of view, from that stance, then, from my experience, the best way to create sexual tension is through your body language. Um, a lot of it is eye contact, right? That's why, as a man, you want to get good at holding eye contact with women, right? This is something that I used to avoid because I just used to think holding eye contact was weird in general. But I realized with women, um, it demonstrates a lot of strength. It allows her to be more submissive. It seems like women, they just like to look in your eyes, and I guess they're able to like see a lot through your eyes, right? They're able to see, if you're bullshitting, they're able to see how real you are. They're able to see your confidence, right? Your eyes says a lot. So one of the best ways to demonstrate or to create sexual tension is to be able to stand firm and calm and just look her right directly in her eyes. Like it's almost like you're looking into her soul. And don't flinch. Don't and you want to be relaxed too. It's not like it's not that. It's more of like it's just like a chill vibe. Like you can't be touched, right? And you're just looking at her and you won't break, right? And she's expecting you to break, because most men will break. They'll start looking down or start blinking a bunch or whatever. So if you can hold eye contact, she's like, whoa, who's this guy? Is he so confident? Why is he, most men, when they see my beauty, they start getting submissive and weak. But this guy, So that's one way to do it, through your body language, your eye contact. Another way to do it is through what we call kino, basically touching a woman. But you have to be calibrated. Like you have to know that when it comes to like touching a woman, you actually have to know if she's attracted or not. And if a woman is attracted by what we call indicators of interest, right? She has to demonstrate some form of interest, right? And there's usually a vibe to it too. I mean, you have to talk to a lot of women to know what that vibe is, but there's a vibe. It's like you can tell she's enjoying the interaction. You could tell she doesn't want you to leave, right? One of the ways I like to create sexual tension through touch is you can do like palm reading, or something that has some reason for you to touch her hands. Maybe you know something about rings, so you touch her hand to tell her something about rings, or maybe you see a watch or bracelet on her and you touch the, oh wow, that's a nice bracelet. Some reason to touch her, right? And sometimes a lot of it's subconscious. Like subconsciously, she will start to feel something like, whoa, this guy's kind of, it's kind of hot or whatever, but you have to be able, it's a way of doing it, right? You can't be, it's almost like it can't be a big deal to you. Like if it's a big deal, like if you're like, okay, now I have to touch her. No, it's not going to work like that. It has to be like you just enjoying the vibe, and you're just not a pussy. Like, when it's time to touch her, when it's not time to touch her, you know what I mean? So, yeah, so those are two, right? Your body language, eye contact, touching her. Let's see, sexual tension. What is another way to do it? Another way to create sexual tension, I would say, you have to be able to demonstrate that you're willing to walk away, but you have to do it like at a high moment. And what that does is it creates There's an art to it though. You gotta know when to do it. It's like when she's like really showing a lot of interest, you wanna like sort of say something or do something that kind of shows her like, yo, she doesn't really have you, right? And that's gonna make her want you even more. You know what I mean? I'm trying to think of like a recent example of this. Let's see. Okay, good example. Kind of like brushing. So, okay, like if you could, there's ways to like brush your hand against her, right? It's kind of like it's something that usually happens on accident, right? But like this is more because I'm trying to give you a specific example. This is more so, this would happen more so on a date. This is something I'll do on a date. So a lot of times, so we're past the meeting part. Let's just say you met the woman, you got her number, and she agreed to go on a date, right? Let's say you're on a date and you know, you met her, okay, let's say you're going to the movies, whatever. No, forget the movies. Let's say you're going to the park. You're gonna walk around the park, right? So you meet up with her. You're like, hey, da 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 da. So you're walking. One of the things you want to do, you don't want to hold her hand. You don't do none of that yet. Just brush your hand against her here and there. You know, that's something I like to do because it kind of like, it's like cause I can feel it, so I know she can feel it. It's like is he gonna hold my hand or what's going on here? You know, it's just like you brush your hand against her side, or even brush your hand against her hand, but act like you didn't even notice it. You know what I mean? And what it does is it just creates a little tension. Like, whoa, is he gonna, like, why is he gonna hold my hand? Is he gonna, what is he doing? You know, that's the vibe. What else? Sexual tension, sexual tension. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff, but sexual tension. I mean, another one is you know, when you're talking to her, you gotta, one thing I gotta say is like you gotta get good at picking up on vibes. You know what I mean? Because the vibe will tell you what to do. But anyway, like sometimes there's a situation where you're talking to her and like you could just slow down with your speech. Like maybe you're telling her, you're talking to her, you're like, yeah, you know, the other day this and that happened, but you know, I ain't even worried about it. You know, it happened, it's in the past, and I'm just happy to be here right now. I feel good. You know what I mean? You're looking at her and you're just talking real slow. You know, like even something like that can create sexual tension. You know, you're looking at her lips while you're talking, but you have your eyes real low so she can't even tell what you you know what I mean? Like it's just like you gotta get artistic. You gotta enjoy the interaction with the woman. That's how you really able to create these moments. You gotta like milk the moment. You know, sometimes you could kind of like look at her and look like you're about to kiss her, but don't do it. You know what I mean? Basically, sexual tension is all about like it's like it's like you're doing little things to turn her on, but you're not going the whole way. Like look at sexual tension like that. It's like you're doing things that can turn her on, but you're not going all the way through with it, right? Because why would you? You know, you're in a public setting. You can't really go all the way through with it anyway. So it just gives you an opportunity to have these little moments where you could create sexual tension. All right, so I hope that made sense. Just a couple tips on sexual tension, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.